¿Cómo están? Es viernes. Feliz viernes. Plugging through our day. All right. Um, so first of all, I just wanted to mention, and I will leave some more time for this on Monday. Obviously, next week's going to be a big, exciting week for some of you. For some of you, it won't change that much, but let's see. I kind of asked all my classes today if you have any like burning questions about how something's going to work or some question about next week. I will spend some time on Monday letting you know kind of how I anticipate this class working once we start hybrid. I'll be happy to take more questions there, but a few people have been just super confused about what's happening. So does anybody need any clarification in general about how next week's going to go? Whether you're staying home or you're hybrid or you're whatever. But you have the gist of it? No burning questions? Okay. Well, obviously, we are anxiously awaiting your return, it'll be interesting to see how it all goes. I think it'll be fine. But I have some ideas of how things are kind of going to still go in here, and obviously every teacher will kind of do their own thing, but we will go through more details on Monday just so you have some vision of what's happening. Because, you know, some of you will come in and get more directions, some of you are not going to come in. So I just want to make sure we're kind of on the same page. So if you have questions or your parents have questions, I will definitely be taking questions on Monday. So just let me know what you need help with or don't understand. Okay. All right, so hoy, el pretérito. We're all about preterite today. We're going to do a little review. We're going to add in some new irregular verbs, and then we're going to try and play a game. I gave myself a C+ on how the game went last period. It's hard to do games on this way, but if you are coming in, I do like to play games. This has been very hard 9 weeks for me, not playing bingo, and I don't know. I do all kinds of things. I do bingo, I do Scrabble, I do Battleship, I do, I don't know, lots of little in-class games. I have a dice game, I don't know. So anyways, we're going to try some Battleship today. Like I said, I gave myself a C+, B- last period. So we'll see if we can get that up to a B. And we can make it go a little smoother for you. So el pretérito, past tense. I said more than anything, I really wanted you to come to class today knowing your regular preterite tense endings. So let's see if you do. Necesitan escribirlos. So you can type them out or you can find a piece of paper, and I want you to jot down cantar and comer. Okay, so cantar, comer. Would like you ideally to give me the 5 or 6 if you want to include vosotros. Preterite forms, see if you can get them perfecto. Acentos, where they go, spelling, see what you can do. All right, it's not a real quiz, obviously, so it's just a self-quiz. Check on yourself and see how you're doing. Okay, so I want preterite endings for cantar, preterite endings for comer. What would that look like? Okay, so write them out and we'll check them in 2 minutes. 2 minutos. All right, I presume that was enough time. What do you think? Who's feeling confident? All right, somebody want to read me Kantar? All right, Gus, do it. What you got?
Cante, cantaste, canto, cantamos, cantaron.
Sounded good. All right. Cante, cantaste, canto, cantamos. I'll go ahead and do this. So just do what's there. Cantaste, add an is. Cantastes and cantaron. Sounds good. Double check yourself. Let me pull this in so you can make it a little bigger. All right, make sure you got accent there and accent there. All right, let's go through how to say them. If you would please repitan. Cante, cantaste, canto, cantamos, cantastes, cantaron. Yeah, make sure you got your accents there and there. Sounds good? All right, somebody want to do Comer for us. Remember, ER and IR are the same. So if you got one, you got the other. Who wants it?
I can say it.
Okay, who is that? Was that sounded like Ta? Was that Ta?
Yeah, it's me.
Okay, all right, go for it, Ta.
Come, comi, I meant
There you go.
comiste, comillo, comimos. I didn't do the risotos, but I
Okay.
did know.
That's okay. So do the last one.
Comieron.
Good. All right, I'll go ahead and do this one. Look, again, write the to form and add is. All right, so again, check your work. Make sure you get your accents over the I and over the O. And hopefully we're feeling pretty good about those. All right, that was your goal, to come to class today feeling good about those. If they are still not great, you have to get them over the weekend. All right, we're going to start today on some irregulars and they just keep building and building. So I need you to make sure that you have these under control. So here's the thing, like I'm probably going to give you like 20 irregulars. So it's a lot, but this represents most verbs. Most verbs are regular, right? So, I mean, this is hundreds of verbs, but we got to focus on the 20 that do weird things. So I want you to make sure that you can do most of the other verbs. All right, we have you repeat that. You do not need to unmute. You can just say it. Otherwise, I get all the crazy echoes. All right, so repitan. Comí, comiste, comió, comimos, comisteis, comieron. Good. All right, how many people are feeling great? We're good on these? Okay, it's hard to know because I only see a few cameras, but hopefully if your camera is not on, you are also still feeling okay about that. All right, so as promised, we're gonna do a couple of irregulars and then we're gonna try and play Battleship. All right, I got 4 irregulars for you. My hope is that these are not brand new, okay? In theory, none of this is new, but again, I'm always cautious because I don't know what you did in Spanish last year, but this year especially because we didn't have school last spring, I don't know how much of this you've seen before. So if this is brand new, you're just gonna have to put in a little extra time to catch up. All right, I'll still reteach it, but you got to put in the time. All right, so what I'm gonna do is under your current lesson, there is, I'll just show it to you here. There's a document. It is the same one that I started with the other day. So this, where it says we're gonna add these 4 verbs, this document you already have. It was the one that I gave you when we started the preterite tense. So if you've already printed it or you've already have it somewhere, you can grab it. Otherwise, I will screen share it anyway. So you don't have to do that, but you know where it is for further reference. Like when we do this Battleship board, you might need it, okay? So let me share it. You'll recognize it. Looks like this. Okay, so the other day we did this part. We did El Pretérito, completed action, AR Indians, ER Indians. All right, so now we're gonna look at these 4. These are the 4 for today. Maybe they look familiar, maybe they don't. Okay, I will talk through them. What you should be doing is listening, because I try to categorize them for you. I try to make them easier for you. What I don't want you to do is have to memorize 5, 10, 15, 20 words. Okay, you don't memorize 20 words here. You memorize the yo forms and then kind of the pattern, whatever it is. And the problem is it's a funny pattern, that's why it's irregular. So let's start with ser and ear, okay? So ser and ear are interesting in the preterite because ser, of course, is to be and ear is to go. So in the past, you're talking about was or were and went. What is weird is that in the preterite tense, these verbs are the same. Okay, I'll say that again. It's totally weird because they're not the same in any other tense, right? That we've looked at. So you have to be careful. It's one of those things, I don't know why I didn't make it up. I'm just passing it along. So the good news is you only have to memorize one set of forms. So maybe you've seen these before. Very common, irregular. Fui, fuiste, fue, fuimos, fuisteis, fueron. What I would like you to note, first of all, is the lack of accents. In fact, look at all 4 of these verbs. How many accents do you see? Yeah, I'm seeing some of you with your hand in a circle, right? So cero, there are no accents in any of these irregulars. So that's good to know. Then it's just kind of, it is what it is. Fui is just a weird one. It does have a pattern. Look, fuiste, iste, imos. This is eron instead of ieron because there would be 3 vowels in a row and it'd be hard to pronounce. Fuieron, so they just dropped the I there. But it's just weird. Okay, people often confuse the yo form and the l form. So I'm trying to point out common mistakes that people make. So you just have to kind of practice with it. Show of hands, how many people have seen that verb before? This is not brand new? Good. Okay. If it is, like I said, you just gonna have to work on it this weekend. So your homework this weekend is Quizlet. If this is all brand spanking new for you, then work on this weekend, okay? And what do I mean by work on it? Just practice it. You can make flashcards out of these. You could just go ser and ear, put it on a flashcard, and then make sure you know, fui, fuiste, fue, fuimos, fueron. That's what I would do. No worries, Jasmine. Okay, so now I'm gonna look at these 2 together. You'll notice they're quite similar. So look at them together with me. I'm trying to make this easier. I don't want you to have to memorize all these different words. You need to see the patterns. All right, so let's start with ver. Ver is actually very easy. If you look at ver, the stem really would be V and E, iste, io, imos, istes, ieron. Oh my gosh, those endings look exactly like these endings. So why is it irregular? It's almost not. It just doesn't have what? What doesn't it have? Somebody unmute. Tell me you're live out there.
An E.
An E. Well, yeah, but I would have dropped this ending anyway. So actually the endings, look, E, iste, io, E, iste, io, imos, istes, ieron. So the endings are actually exactly the same. So why is it even in my irregular category? It's missing something.
Is it the stem changing?
No. Good try.
There's no accents.
Yeah, that's it. Just doesn't have accents. Thanks, Anna. Yeah, so look, there's no accent on the yo or the l form. Otherwise, this is a regular verb, right? E, iste, io. Look, E, iste, io. Imos, istes, ieron. Imos, istes, ieron. So actually ver, all you have to remember is no accents and you're done. So you got that one. Now, compare ver to dar. This is interesting. So I saw ver. I gave dar. Now, dar is weird because it looks like it's an AR verb. And these are not our typical AR endings. But compare dar to ver. Do those look similar? They do. So if I know ver and I take out the V's, I put in a D, and do I have dar? So look, D, diste, dio, demos, diste, dieron. So if you know one of those and you know the pattern, you know both of those. So boom, done. All right, now we're down to hacer. I did that one last because this one's the hard one. Okay, so you're gonna have, I think there are 8 or 9 more that work like hacer next week. So let's learn one, and then the rest will not be quite as hard. All right, So what does hacer do? So did or made. Well, first of all, you'll notice the stem changes. It's not as, it's is. So it's H-I-C, H-I-C, a weird one there. H-I-C, H-I-C, H-I-C. All right, so I'm gonna have to remember it's H-I-C. Then, why did that go to a Z? Well, here's why. Just like in English, sometimes the C is soft, like S, and sometimes it's a hard sound, like K. All right, so in this case, hacer, we want the S sound. Ise, hiciste. If I had a C there, it would be eco. The O would make it a hard sound. All right, and so I just want it, so I add a Z. All right, so that's why that Z is there, but it's still weird. I'll put a little star by it. Got to be careful on that. All right, now what? Well, iste, emos, istes, ieron are actually normal endings. So it's just really the yo form that's super weird and the L form that's super weird. So what are you going to do? You're going to practice them, just like it's a vocab word. All right, you can make yourself a flashcard. Ise, ise, ise. Once you get ise, then you'll get isiste and isimos and isistes and isieron, and maybe then you just have to learn iso with a Z. So I try to break them down for you so it's not super overwhelming, but at the end of the day, we just got to practice them. So how are we going to practice them today? Oh, we're going to try and play some Battleship. All right, I'm going to stop sharing this. You're going to need this, though, to fill in your Battleship board in a minute. So you know where it is. It's under current lesson. All right, we're going to talk about Battleship for a minute. All right, you could give me your focus for like 5 minutes so I can explain this game, and then we're going to try and play. Okay? So how many people have played Battleship before? Have you played before? It helps if you played. It's not essential. Like it's a game, like a kid game, right? Like my son loves it. He's 7. All right, so in Battleship, the idea is you play against someone. You cannot see their ships. They cannot see your ships, and you have to find theirs before they find yours. All right, it works well in this setting because if I put you in a breakout room with someone, you are separated, right? You can't see their ships and they can't see yours. So here's how we are going to set this up. All right, I'm going to have you set up your board first. Then I will explain how to put on the ships, and then I will explain how to play. All right. So the first part is instead of in English, the kid game, like you say things like A4 or B12 to find a ship. In this game that I'll show you in a minute, you're going to conjugate these verbs. Okay, so let's start with that. So you're going to go back to your current lesson. Okay, you're going to click on this Battleship board. If you have a printer, go print it. That's the easiest thing to do. Okay, if you don't have a printer, I will suggest just looking at it and writing it down on a piece of paper because I think that's quicker, but you can do it online if you really want to. Okay, so let me click on this. So I'm clicking right here. Again, if you can go print this, just go do it. Okay, you don't have to sit here and listen to me for a minute. Just go print it and then come back. Otherwise, I grab a piece of paper. Okay, and here's what I would do. I'm going to stop sharing this so I can share the actual thing. All right, so I'm not going to read you the directions yet. What I want to focus on is the board. All right, I have given you some help here. I'm going to give you the next 5 minutes to fill in this board. Okay, obviously I want to play a game, but I want you to practice your Spanish words. So first thing you need to do is fill in this board. Again, if you don't have a printer, I would just take a piece of paper. I would make a big square. I would make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows going across. And I would make 7 columns going up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or 8, I guess, if you include this one. So I would just do this on a piece of paper. I think it's much faster if you can't print it. Then I want you to fill in this board with verbs. Okay? So look, yo hable goes right there. I gave you that one. So let's go across. What would the yo form of comer be right here? First 3 are just regular verbs. What do we got? Yo, somebody help me.
Comí,
Thank you. All right, and then let's go over here and do vivir. Who's got that one? Yo. Yo. Yo.
Vivi.
Yeah. Okay, so these three are all regular. A, asteo, amos, aro. E, isteo, emos, ieron. So you can fill in all those. Then here's where we get to our irregulars. That's why they have little stars. So use the notes I just gave you. Anybody remember the yo form of aser? Okay, I'll help you. Ise.
Isn't
Kylan, were you about to say it? Go ahead.
yeah, I was.
That's all right. You want to do the next one? What's the yo form of dar?
D.
And I gave you yo v. And somebody else want to tell me what's the yo form of ear? It's the F1.
Fui.
Thank you. Okay, so I've given you the yo forms now. Can you fill in the rest of these? If I pause for a minute. Okay, so again, either you are writing these down on your paper or you are typing them, I guess, on the computer, however you want to do it. But fill those in. That's kind of the hard part. Then once you actually play, it'll go pretty smoothly because you've already done all the work. Okay, again, remember, ver just has regular endings. Maybe you can do that without looking. Just don't put the accents. Then dar is just like ver. Then ear, I've given you fui, fuiste. Maybe you can get the last couple. Hacer is the funny one. Remember, there's a Z down here. But you might be able to get the to form and the eos form, so see what you get. Okay, by the way, make sure you're doing this. If you're not, then I'm going to give you a partner and you're not going to be able to play and it's going to be super awkward. So please don't just sit there. Please make sure you're filling in your board. If you don't understand something, ask. Because the divide there is massive. Well, it was broken, although it wasn't broken. We fixed it. I know. All right, are we done? We ready? Anybody done? Done, not done. Not done. Done? One done,
Not done. Maybe.
not done. Okay, carry on, carry on. Explain how to play and get the rest of this set up. Then when I put you in a breakout room, you will be in good shape to actually play. All right? So, I'm going to read to you the directions on the top of this paper and explain them as I go. All right, so directions. You're going to fill in 3 ships. Remember, the idea is you want to find your partner ships before he or she finds your ships. So one has 2 lengths, that means 2 boxes. One has 3 boxes and one has 4 boxes. Ships may go horizontal or vertical, not diagonal. So look at my examples, do not copy my examples, and go ahead and place your ships. So this, I'm letting the X's represent my ship, all right? So here's my ship that has 2 boxes. Here's my ship that has 3 boxes, and here's my ship that has 4 boxes. So you place yours wherever you want right now. Okay, they cannot be diagonal and they cannot overlap. You can put X's, you can do a big, like if I was drawing it, I'd probably just draw like a little circle there, or and then a bigger, longer circle oval there, and then like an oval there, just to kind of represent my shape.
How many X's do you put?
So if you look at the first direction, it's fill in 3 ships, one with 2, one with 3, and one with 4. Okay, so here's my 2, here's my 3, here's my 4. All right, pausing for just 10 more seconds so you can fill that in. Okay, so let me go through the rest of these directions. Please listen. Your partner will try to guess where your ships are by giving you conjugated verbs. Example, yo hable. So look at my chart. If my partner said to me, yo hable, I would be looking in this box. I do not have anything in that box. So in English, I would say miss or nothing there. If you come down here in Spanish, okay, I'll kind of highlight it for you. I should have highlighted it. You will want to say, no hay nada. There is nothing there. If my partner had said, yo comí, I would look in my box and see that there is a ship there. So I would say, you hit me. In Spanish, I would say, me pegaste. All right? So that's what these say. Me pegaste, you hit me, or no hay nada, there's nothing there. Now you're gonna have to keep track of what your partner says. So what I would do, like I would come up with some symbols here just for myself. If I said yo hable and there was nothing there, I would put, I don't know, some sort of symbol, like a, I just picked something, nothing seems to be working. I would pick an X, but I've already used an X. So I'm gonna go with that symbol. Okay, that means I tried it, there's nothing there. Then if I hit something, I might do something like that, an exclamation mark. So then I know that's one part of the ship. Then you go back and forth. So after I do one, my partner does one. Then I do one. Then you go back and forth. So what I know is if I miss this here, I know there's no ship here. If they said hit on this, then I know either the ship goes this way, or this way, or this way. So I would either say one of these 3 next to see if I can figure out the rest of the ship. Then, when they sink your entire ship by hitting all the boxes, you have to say, hundiste mi barco, you sunk my ship, so that they know that they are done. Okay, the point is to sink your partnerships before they sink yours. So at the beginning, it's just a guess. You are randomly guessing any of these until you just keep guessing until they say me pegaste. All right, and then you try to sink the ship from there. All right. Did I explain it well? Do you understand it? Is the question. Yes? 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 Any questions? Okay, so I'm going to put you in a breakout room with partner. If for some reason your partner has not participated, then you need to let me know so I can find you another partner. All right? Otherwise, you say, hey, I'm a Silverlake. Oh, hey, Anna, nice to meet you. And then you guys start. You're like, oh, yeah, I'm going first. And you start randomly. You're like, yo comí. And your partner says either me pegaste or no hay nada. Either way, then the other person goes. And they say, tú fuiste. And you just go back and forth. And hopefully that will work out. All right? Any questions for the good of the group? All right, we're going to try it. All right, I'll come and try to check on your rooms. And otherwise, I don't know, let's play for 10 minutes and see how it goes. If you have a question, obviously let me know. And let's see if we have an even number. I think we do. So let's try it. Anna, is that a question?
Do we after we're finished, do we leave? Are we gonna come back?
Oh, if you're finished, why don't you just tell me you're done? I'll probably let you go, but I just want to know that you played.
Okay.
Okay. Otherwise, probably in 10 minutes. I mean, if you don't get to finish, I'll cut it off. Obviously, it takes 10 times as long when I'm trying to explain it. And then the next time we play, it'll be much quicker. Okay. All right. And I've lost somebody, so I already have an uneven number. So here's what I'm going to say. If you, like I said, if you did not set up your board or you're behind, I need you to just tell me because I don't want you to be with someone that's all set up. So once I put you in a group, you need to either not join the group and just tell me so that I can make sure everybody that is ready to play can play. And if you're not ready, then you can keep going and I'll try to partner you up with somebody else. Okay, well, let's see how we do. Oh, wait, that doesn't look right at all. Stop, don't do that. Close all, no, sorry, I didn't do that right. Recreate, sorry, I didn't even do that right. Okay. Okay, Tony, I see your message. I might switch something around in a minute. Just stay on here. Okay, everybody think has a room to go to, except for Tony. Just wait a second. Okay, so Tony, you're fine. You just keep finishing. I appreciate you letting me know.
All right, thank you.
Are you close, Tony, or not that close?
I'm getting there. I'm getting close.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and move you to room 3. The other thing you can do, as long as you get the idea, I mean, if you don't have every box filled in and you can conjugate the verb in your head, you could still actually make it work. Or you
Yeah.
feel like you could do that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to give you go ahead and move to your room, but then I'm going to move you to a different room because I have somebody that's by themselves right now anyway. So I'd rather you guys just.
Okay.
All right, so accept
right.
that one, and then I'll re-invite you to a different room.
All right.